Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video on Project Vivaro. Our 2004 Vivaro called Vinnie, apparently. So yeah, let's get on with this video. Okay, I'd like to start with a couple of apologies and a thanks really. First apology is that I haven't posted a video for a little while. We've been busy. And I also turned 50, so I am an old git. Official. And the other thank you is for you guys. Thanks for waiting for me to put another video up. Anyway, today we're looking at the Vivaro, what I've been promising to do for a long time and haven't got around to it. Yes, the Audi's still there, I haven't had a chance to do that. And that is to look at this rear runner. Now, it doesn't sound too bad, as you can tell. It's not too bad, but hang on, let's grab some light. You see that? That is mostly wear in that front roller. I'll try and get on the other side in a minute, but the front roller doesn't roll. It's got a massive flat spot on it. So it doesn't help it, and sometimes it does sort of turn every so often. It starts going do. But yeah, so we're gonna have a look at that. And also, I mean, if you're doing that roller, that's fine, but I'm gonna take this rail off because, as you can see, it's wow, it looks crap. It's only a purely aesthetic thing. Because it's not worn, I can't see any wear actually in the runner. But yeah, I don't like the look of it, so I'm going to give that a clean up and a coat of paint. Now to get this rail off, well actually, even to get that roller off, this mechanism, it's got to come out the back. So we've got to take this off, which I think means we've got to take the light assembly off. So I'm not really sure, but we'll find out. And we're going to need a jack to support the bottom of the door when it's open, because obviously we won't have this rear support, and that supports the whole of the back of the door, this support, or this runner. So to get this runner out, so far I've seen one fixing in there, which is a Torx, and inside, very dark inside, got a Torx in there. And oh, it is very dark in here. Hang on, let's see if this light comes on. Yeah, we have light. So this is what I found so far. Is in there. Can you see that one in there? That looks like M6. So it's already a 10mm headed nut in there. All I've seen is 3 of them along there. So I'm quite lucky at the moment because I'm not boarded out. So if you're boarded out, taking that rail off might be a bit difficult, so might have to think twice about what you're doing. I mean, if you just want to do the roller, you don't have to take the rail off, so that shouldn't be a problem. So yeah, so that's what I've seen so far. And oh yeah, the bike's in, because I've been using the van as for what I got it for really, which is traveling my bike around. So yeah, all good. And you can see I had to use a dollies to get it in because it just don't fit in here. It's a pain in the backside. So yeah, I had to go in and then get it on the dollies and then swing it out, and it's bloody heavy. But yeah, let's go back. I'm saying yes a lot, sorry. I'm out of practice. I haven't done this for a long time. This is the kit which I bought off eBay ages ago, and I cannot remember how much it was. I bought it at the same time as I bought the lower runner kit, which was on the other video we did. So it comes with 2 of the rollers, 2 new pins, which I presume go in there somehow. I would imagine something like that. And then we've got the main sort of bearing roller, which, well, I don't know, maybe goes like that. We'll have to work it out, I'm not sure. But this roller's got a bit of a sharp bit on it, almost like a flashing bit. So I might need to just tickle that with a file just to make it nice and smooth. But first things first, let's set you up, get on the van. I'm guessing, really, the first thing to come off would be that back light. Yeah, because that's we got. Yeah, let's get the back light off. It's going to be a bit awkward to film because I hope the door opens. Yep, we're good. Oh, I can't get. Yeah, I'll have to swing that back and we'll have a look. I'm not sure how the light comes out. I'll be back with you in a minute. Sorry. And if you do like what we're doing here, please take a second to give us a thumbs up, please. Let's start with taking this light out, which looks like it's 3 T30 screws there. And I think once you've got them out, you pop the front side, that bit out there, that way. I'll try and set you up and try not to get in your way too much. Oh, as you can see, it hasn't been off for a while, but that was easy enough. It's a bit daunting pulling on those lugs there, but that's those there. So yeah, next I've got this little T30 in here, and that hopefully should take the bracket out. Except I don't want to come out. Why is that? There she goes. Just caught on the rail a bit. And then, oh, Spidey. There we go. That releases the rail so we can get the runner out of there. Well, we're back outside, and what I'm going to do, you probably won't have to do this if you're not changing the rail, but I'm going to take this front screw out of the rail, that T30, because I might not be able to get to it after I've undone the roller mechanism. But I'm going to get ready. I've got a jack set up with a block of wood on. All I'm going to do is put a cloth on that, and then that, when I open it, I'll support the door. But yeah, so I'm going to just not do that yet. I'm going to undo this screw here, because there's other screws inside which will support it, I hope. Oh, well, we'll see. I might have to. Is it yeah, it's the T30. Oh, it's a greasy T30 as well. Ugh. Yeah, there it is. So now I'm going to bring the door to, and you can't see it, but the fixings are on the inside of the door. We'll have a look at them in a sec. Right, hope you can see that's the inside. It was behind that. I just popped that off. That looks like a 13mm headed bolt to me. I've got it stood or resting on the jack just on the outside. I can just about reach these, so swap them off and see if it works. So I have got a little magnet here just in case. I'm hoping it will stay in there. There's one. Good job I had the magnet on there. There's t'other. Right, let's carefully climb out the back doors and see if we can pull that out. So now, in theory, I'm sorry it's a bit dimpsy, but my battery's just gone flat on my light. We should be able to pull this back a little bit. I'm hoping on that jack. Slide it on the block. We're still on there properly, that's good. Right now. There we go. And then hopefully it should just slide off the end, and there we go. That's you can see how flat that is now. Yeah. So we need to swap these rollers over somehow. We need to give that a clean up, I think, first. So we give this a clean up, see what we've got to do, and then I'm going to take that rail off as well. Obviously you guys, if you're not doing the rail, won't need to do that, but I am, because yeah, that's why. Just pop the back screw in the rail, so when I undo the inside it just doesn't fall down and scratch the lovely paintwork. I don't think it's going to go anywhere there, so we should be right on the front. So let's just pop in, undo those 3 screws or 3 nuts, see if we can get this off, and see if my light will last, because it just ran out of battery. But I'll just give it a quick charge. So let's pop in here in the dark and get these screws out, the ones that are in there. Can't see them. There, that one in there. All 3. Again, apologise for the dimpsiness, but in theory that is all that's holding it on. So let's have a look. There we go. Hope we didn't scratch anything, but there we have it. One manky rail. And a nice area that I still haven't cleaned yet. We'll get to it. It's only a bit of a mud plug. We'll give that a clean up before we put it all back on, I think. Here we go, we've got the bits on the bench. So you can see that this is all sort of peeling off of this. I presume it's some sort of a powder coat. It's flaking off in areas. So I'm just going to go with that, or go at it with a wire wheel. Clean all the loose stuff off and give that a paint. It's a bit greasy inside. There's no real wear as such, but I'm going to put it back without grease, because I think, in a theory, tell me if you think I'm wrong, that if these haven't got enough grip to roll, they will slide and maybe get flat spots on like that. I don't know, what do you think? I'm going to try it without, see what it's like, and I can always add grease after. It's easier putting grease on than taking it off. So I'm going to wire wheel all this before I attempt that and give it a coat of paint. I won't put you through that, but yeah, hopefully see you in a minute. So we're upstairs in the dinginess, and we've just laid 4 coats of the old Hammerite Smooth on there. That's satin black, and well, that's not looking too bad. Sorry, you can't see it very well, but yeah, hopefully that'll go a little bit more satin when it dries. So let's get downstairs and have a look at getting these rollers changed. Here we go then. So, as you can see, I've cleaned that up, and you can really see how worn that is now. And it turns, but it is a bit sticky. So what's happened, I guess, is it's got stuck and then it's just worn that flat, and then worn another bit there. But yeah, that's where we're getting all our slack from. That one is pretty wobbly as well. So how I'm going to go about this is I'm going to drill these pins out, because they're this sort of pin, and then they've been peened over at the top, so the tops have been bent over to hold them in. I've measured these. I think they were 5.5 mil diameter, round about that, and the same with the roller back. So all I'm going to do, centre pop them, drill them, and then hopefully knock them out. If I don't knock everything on the floor first. Let's set you up and get centre pop in and get drilling. You're all set up on the tripod. So I've got my 6mm drill in the old battery Makita drill. Centre pop for starting it off. Little punch, hopefully to tap them out, and obviously a hammer. So I'm gonna put this on, centre pop, then try and drill them out. I'm not sure how I'm gonna hold it yet. and then I'm going to do that one after, I think. Yeah, well, let's stick on time lapse and see what happens, yeah? There we go. We've got them off, and it's actually what's holding the two pieces together, that. So, those are smaller holes than our new pins. Oh, he said that. Oh, that one might still have a bit in there then, but that one's all right then. Lovely jubbly, and yes, I snapped my drill off, not drilling, but it flipping fell over, didn't it? So I got to get myself a new 6mm. I suppose it was getting a little bit blunt, but never mind. Trials and tribulations. So that's the ones we drilled off. There we go. That's obviously the worn out one and subtly different to the new ones we're going to put in. So I'll make sure these are all cleaned out, these holes, and then we'll put these in and peen the ends over to hold them in place. Actually, totally ignore that. I'm going to get that one out first, because then I can grab this in the vise while I'm drilling it and punching it out, hopefully. Yeah, mostly. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we got it eventually. There it is. Slightly bigger diameter. I forgot that was a bigger one. But it's off. That's the main thing. So now we've just got to put these pins in through those two holes. And the same with the roller, the new roller. I'll have to pin or peen that one in there first. And yes, just put it back together and beat 10 bells of beep at it, really. I've been looking at this, and what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to try anyway, is I'm going to push this one in there first because it's a bit tight, give it a tap in, and then peen that back end over in there. Then I'm going to put the wheel on and peen that over because I can hold that in the vise easier. And then next I'll put these in and then peen the backs over. I'm going to try. So, well, let's see what happens and see if it works. And if I bugger it up, hopefully you won't by watching this. Let's get on with it. There we go. All done. Now you can see what I did. I peened that over, and if you look closely, that's the worst one. You can see where I did center pops around it to try and spread it to jam it in. Basically, you're mushrooming the end over so it doesn't come out. That's it. Same with that one. You can see I went over the edge a bit on that one. But they're not going to come out, so I reckon that one would be ready to put in if the rail was dry, and it isn't. The paint is not dry on the rail, so we're going to have to wait. So for me, I don't know how long it's going to be, but for you, it won't be long. See you in a sec. And here it is, all painted, lovely, and fitted, which I do apologise. I set you up and put it all back on. Yeah, I know, usual Lark's workshop fashion. I didn't press the button right, or I don't know. I didn't record it anyway. Whatever I did something wrong. It's not the camera's fault, not this time. But there it is. It's all fitted. I mean, it was a reversible removal. There's the 3 10mm on the inside, and there's a T30 Torx in there. And I use this one to line it up. I've taken it out because the bracket's got to go on. But I use that one to line it up. But I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? Doesn't look bad, does it? Compared to what it was. I don't know how hard this is. I mean, it's been drying for a couple of days. I have marked it a couple of places already, but I'm hoping I'll be able to touch it up. And this is what I used. So it was just Hammerite Smooth, and it's satin black. And all I did was went over it with the wire brush with on oh, I can't get my words. I'm so sorry. It's the morning. Wire brush in the angle grinder, various different size, a cup one and then a flat wheel one, and just got all the other junk off, got it back to metal, and then sprayed it with this. So we'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it'll last a long time. I think the other, what was on it originally was powder coat. So anyway, next thing to do is get the bracket back on, and with the new rollers and stuff. And my intention is to line it up. Can you see the marks? Line it up to what it was originally and work from there. We might have to fiddle with it a bit, but we'll see. Right, I'm going to set you up on the tripod and I'll throw it back together. Right, so we're back in, and it was a bit of a fiddle, but those are pretty much lined up to where they were before. It was a bit high, so I had to go and let the jack down. I nearly dropped the bolts down in there a couple of times. I don't know if they'd have gone far, but well, maybe not. But they're in. So now let's see what it looks like outside. And I'm sure we'll have to do a bit of fiddling up and down. Let's let off the jack and see what happens. Well, it hasn't fallen off. That's a good sign. Let's see. Well, it's shut. Actually, it shot pretty well. That's pretty good, that. Oh, smooth. That's nice. Well, we were lucky. I don't think I need to adjust that. Those lines look pretty darn good. Yeah, lucked out on that one. Just got to rebuild this bits back here now. So we got to put all this stuff back together. Start with this, I think. Do I have to do this, or do I have to do that plastic thing? I had to take this off to get that plastic. I've got to do the plastic thing first. Right, let's do that then. This little do for here. And it's the T30 again, so I think this thing just slides in. I think it's very technical. Hope not. There. That's it. Right, light time. This was a bit of a fiddle to get out. I don't know if there's a technique, but let's plug them bulbs in first. Clean that off on my jumper. That's better. Click, click. I know that wire we've got to try and get out of the way. There probably is a way of doing this, a technique which I obviously don't have, so I'm just fiddling with it really. That wire gets in the way, but then hopefully we should just click these nuggets in. And then there's the 3 screws in there, which you won't be able to see. Oh, dirty fingerprints all over it. But there's 3 screws in there. Shall I show you that? Do you want to see it? Okay. Right, here we go. So this is just the 3 Torx, T30 Torx. They just go in there. I should have grabbed my Makita to do this really, shouldn't I? That's a bit fairly heavy. But we'll just whip these in. And then hopefully this little rubber boot should just squish in. Voila! Let's clean that. Right, there we go. All done. Runs lovely. We were lucky with the setup. Looks a lot better. And the van needs a really good clean. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. I mean, listen. What more could you want? So, doable at home. I would say, before you even start this, you need a very strong vise or an anvil or something like that to peen the pins over, because obviously if you're hitting it into a piece of wood or anything else, it's got too much give in it. So that's what I would suggest, is a nice good vise or an anvil, like I said. Or maybe if you can't do it, take it somewhere, maybe a mechanics or a machine shop. They might be able to do it for you. They might do it with a press. I've got a press upstairs, I could use that. But I've done it that way. It works, and it has worked, and it looks a lot better. I'm pleased with that. I'm just hoping that the finish will last. Only time will tell. So I can't remember how much it was. I better look that up, haven't I? Bear with. Okay, so that kit there from eBay, I've got to look because I wrote it on my board, is £7.95. If I can still find it, because it was a while ago, I'll put a link in the description. And the front one, which we did in our previous video, was £10.95. So to do both the rollers, I haven't done the top one. The top one I think is okay. It's got a bit of movement in. I don't know, is that bad? What do you think? If I've got to change it, I'll change it and I'll show you all about it. So total, sorry, I was going to say the total for those 2 rollers is £18.90. So, and the bottom one was probably easier to change than this one. This one's a bit fiddlier. Bit fiddlier, is that a thing? Fiddlier, bit more fiddly. Obviously you've got to support it preferably on a jack, if not blocks of wood. I did actually need the jack, so I took it off. And so if you're worried about security, if you've got to leave it for any time, if you're very careful, you can hold the back up and shut it and latch it. So I don't know, I mean, you must be able to drive it like that. I don't know, I didn't try that. I wouldn't condone that, but you can shut this if you're really careful without the runner or anything in there. But yeah, so there we go. £18.90 for the pair. Some spray. I can't even remember how much that paint was, but I got it from Halfords, and much improved, I think. And tell us down below if you think it was worth it, and if you got the same problems. I mean, the rollers weren't totally gone, but I'm sure I've seen pictures on the interweb of them where the rollers are more or less totally worn away and just got the pins. So tell us if you've had that problem and if you fixed it like this, and if this was any help to you. And on that note, if it was some help to you, or mildly entertaining, please give us a thumbs up. We do appreciate it. Look us up on Instagram, larks_workshop, where we always show sneaky peeks of stuff like this and other stuff like my bike, which is actually inside, which I'll be going out on hopefully soon when the weather breaks. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming on another Vivaro journey, and I hope to see you next time. Cheers then. Actually, thinking about it, I wonder if I can do the old snapperoo. Will that work? So all that's next left to do now is to put the rail, not the rail. I can't. This morning, one of them. Let's set you up and press the play. Oh, press the record button this time, eh? Now that is close. Ho, 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 ho. Cut that.